Hey guys, it's Mark Coe for the 10th of June. Hope everybody's enjoying their Monday. Just wanted to update on a couple positions that were closed. So right off the bat, last night we've been carrying long pound dollar from down here at 26.16. Closed them last night at 27.32. So I'll just show you where it brings current P&L. The easiest way to look at this stuff is really on the ticks. I use a one standard lot in currencies or one contract in futures for to talk about pricing, but the easiest way to look at it is in ticks. So here's your pound dollar trade, purchased at 16, sold at 32. That's just over a big figure, so it's 116 ticks. When you look at it on a standard lot, it's 1160. Brings P&L right up here. This is again for June, so you have not quite evenly split, but pretty close. Anyway, it makes back the majority of the losses in May, and much more like April activity. So I hope you guys are involved and enjoying, but kind of quiet today. I do want to show you what we did today, just because it's always fun when you do it. But crude oil. So walking into Sunday's session, I talked about to everybody, the only thing I really see setting up here is top edge in gold, just because you're sitting at basically a top edge. I said it has to be sold. Gold's about I don't know, $10-15 lower here this morning, and that was your kind of swing trade opportunity, that again from Sunday. But let me show you what we did on an intraday basis. This is crude oil, so any futures traders out there will have enjoyed this, but this was the diagnosed area, so it was 54.35 to 55 was the sell zone. This sell zone again came in from overnight, used it this morning. At 11 o'clock this morning, ticks right up to the high, so the 20 tick zone diagnosed ticked right to the high. And then again, using US Open levels here this morning, this comes from my email every morning. You see your 53.05 support. That was on everybody's screens real early. Here's your 53.05 in crude, and low of the day 53.05. So always fun when it's able to do that, but you see it a lot more frequently hitting the zones than necessarily the tick. Again, a 150-point rotation off of the top. This is where I say you have to really enjoy having this analysis at your fingertips, and the value of it to me is way more than the annual cost. But the idea that saying, hey, here's my game plan. When I walk in, I know I'm going to be trading crude oil from the short side. It's opportunity after opportunity on these rallies to say, I know I want to be short, stops are going to be above 60. If that's all the information you're given, it's worth a lot of money. It's how you affect the change in that, and how do you transfer your account to say, hey, I'm no longer going to be this person that sells the lows only to watch it rally. I'm going to transform my trading into being the person that says, here are the areas. If it gets here, I'm going to deal. If it doesn't get here, I'm not going to deal. But having a plan when it gets there that you know I'm going to be selling into it, and where's a good spot to cover? Well, support number one seems to make a lot of sense, or at least on an approach to that. So again, it's only 150 ticks, but on a contract basis, that's a $1,500 move in one market early in the U.S. session. It's not a bad start to your week. So anyway, guys, hope everybody enjoyed a nice day. Hope you were able to get something out of it. Currency's a little tighter today. Some pullback in some of the more recent dollar weakness. We do see some overnight and early U.S. session weakness in the pound, but hasn't really altered a whole bunch, and certainly some pullback consolidation here in the E-mini. So for Monday, that's about all we had on here, and we'll look at it later in the week. Hope you guys have a good one. Cheers.